is not how I wanted this day to go.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. This is our first case in months.
Yeah, I was enjoying my vacation.
Okay, Professor Boredom. There's a reason we don't get cases often.
Yeah, and I was enjoying it.
Okay then, you be the desk jockey, and I'll be the Uma Thurman of Kill Bill, kicking ass and taking names. Shut it. Nothing happened.
Yeah, the only thing kicking ass is the floor. Well, let's go.
Look, I know you don't want to be here, so just stay out of my way, and I'll figure this out. So, looks like someone's in a bit of trouble. So I let the murderer just go ahead and step forward and make this a lot simpler.
It was her.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think that was the best way to handle this.
Yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have taken them out one by one.
Well, luckily I've got a partner with 20/20 hindsight. Should really come in handy.
Hey, don't be a smartass. That's my shit.
Fine, just let's get to work so we can get this done with.
All right, shut up. This is how this is gonna go. We're gonna take each one of you out in the hallway individually and hear your side of the story. And if something doesn't match up, well, we'll know. So why don't you just go ahead and make it easy for us and tell us the truth. So, who's gonna be first?
Hey, if it's with these sexy, I'll do whatever you want.
Did you hear that, Tommy? We have ourselves a bit of a romantic. Well, you see, I'm a bit of a romantic myself. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have 5 fingers, and the middle one's for you. So, let's go.
Come on, Romeo. All right, Joe. Sit down and tell us exactly what happened.
All right, fine. Since you're interviewing me first, you don't have to listen to anybody else, because I know exactly who did it. So, I just arrived and saw Kristie and Emily there. I walked up and began talking to Emily, trying to be a nice guy I am, and she obviously couldn't handle this, so I started talking to Kristie, and all she could talk about was Emily saying, "How can she be into your friend? She's just insane. I could just kill her."
Wait, she just blatantly said she wanted to kill her.
No, but I could just see it in her eyes, and I mean, she had to be insane for not wanting this. Well, anyway, she said, "Man, Emily is just such a bitch." And in my mind, I just think they're wanting to murder someone, because bitches be crazy. Am I right?
Joe, come on, get on with it.
What? That's all I know.
All right, fine. Just stick around and we'll talk to you later. No, get out of here.
So, Kristie, it seems that Joe thinks that you're the killer.
What? No, he's such an asshole. He was passed out drunk so he wouldn't even know what happened. And his friend puked on my dress.
Oh, well, that's not very nice. So why don't you sit down and tell us your side of the story?
All right. Well, I was just talking to my bestie Emily, and she was like, "Oh my God, Greg is so fine." And I was like, "No way, he's so gross." And as soon as I said that, Joe and Greg walked over. They started flirting with Emily, completely ignoring me, saying, "Oh, Emily, you're so hot." And I was over here saying, she's all right, but look at this outfit. So I stood up and the whole party stopped to look at me. I knew they were just talking to Emily to get to me, but before I could get their attention, Greg was looking over and just puked on my dress. I was so embarrassed that all I could do is run to the bathroom and start dying. Next thing I know, Emily knocks on the door, and she had the gall to say, "Hey, I know you're having like the worst time, but Greg is hot and I'm gonna leave you for him. Bye."
Sounds like you had a bad night.
Yeah, you think?
I just think it's funny that you're more concerned about your dress than your bestie.
Of course I am. I was traumatized. I didn't know what to think.
All right, look, no more questions. You can head on out.
What's up, dude? But can we get done with this soon? I got a frozen pizza with my name on it at home.
Yeah, sure. But first, tell us why Kristie thinks you did it.
Whoa, I didn't do shit. But, what didn't I do?
You killed Emily.
No, I was gonna be her savior until he stopped me.
Who stopped you?
Joe, he's my friend, but this is what happened. I was just eating chips with Joe, and he was all wasted saying how he wanted to Netflix and chill with Emily. And I'm like, go for it, man. She might be into it. So we walked over to them, and he started drunkenly flirting with Emily. And Kristie was there looking real annoyed for some reason. So I noticed and walked to get her some apple juice to drink. But when I walked back, I tripped and spilled it on her. I couldn't help but laugh, but surprisingly, she didn't take too kindly to it and ran off to the bathroom. When I looked back at Joe and Emily, they were gone, so I assumed they were in his room. And when I went to check on them, the door was open, and the dude was looking over Emily. It looked like a ninja.
Greg, we don't have time for this. A ninja? Really?
It was dark. This is just how I pictured it, man. Like, for all I know, it could have been... It was you!
Greg, we don't have time for this. Stop screwing around. I wasn't there.
Sounds like exactly what the killer would say. But you're right. He was way more muscular than you anyways. But yeah, it might have been Joe, but his face was all covered in shadows and stuff. I'll just call him Maybe Joe. Then Maybe Joe jumped on my back and knocked me out and took my chips from earlier.
I like this kid. You're free to go. No further questions.
It was a crazy night, man, but I'm telling you, Joe did it, and he had help.